So let me start off by saying this. Speeches on the floor are, I think, intended to hopefully change somebody's mind. They don't usually work. So I'm just going to be straight out honest. I'm not looking to change anybody's mind or influence anybody in any way or another. I'm just going to make some points. And let me just be completely honest. Imagine that, a politician that's honest. And I will say this. I'm getting up to say a couple of things because the people who admire me for my stances admire me for my stances. So I'm going to make a speech to make them happy. And that's why I'm here. SB 719 has been promoted by its supporters as being an effort to prevent suicides. It's important to understand that the bill doesn't contain a single element that addresses providing help for a person in a mental health crisis. In fact, the House Rules Committee, which held a work session on the bill, refused to consider an amendment, the -8 amendment, which would have required that the person requesting the extreme risk protection order have contacted or attempted to contact a behavioral health clinician or suicide prevention hotline to assist the person whose property and rights are denied by the order created in this bill. There are many factors that need to be considered. First, extreme risk protection orders can be requested by persons with no mental health credentials of any kind. They need only be family members, anyone living in the same household as the respondent, or any police officer. There is no requirement that the petitioner have had recent contact with the respondent. The order is then issued by a judge, again, a person with no mental health credentials. I want to use one in particular that interested me. Multnomah County Judge Kenneth Walker said recently that all guns, quote, even guns belonging to the police, should be put on a barge and dropped in the ocean, unquote. So why would I let that guy make some decision for me? The order doesn't simply prohibit the respondent from owning firearms. They cannot have in their control or custody, own, purchase, possess, receive, or attempt to receive deadly weapons, quote unquote, from the bill. Under this bill, not only would guns belonging to the respondent have to be seized, but so would any firearm anyone else in the home, or any other quote unquote deadly weapon. This would almost certainly include knives, perhaps has been mentioned in the committee, baseball bats. Section 2 of the bill allows for an ERPO, or extreme risk protection order, to be applied to a person who has a DUI conviction. If there is evidence of recent unlawful use of controlled substances, or if the respondent has acquired or attempted to acquire a deadly weapon in the last 180 days. So the totally lawful purchase of a firearm or knife is grounds under this bill to be treated as though you are mentally ill. A person does not have to be accused of or convicted of a crime to be the respondent in an ERPO. The person does not have to have been adjudicated to be mentally ill. The person is not given an opportunity to defend themselves before the order is served. The first time they'll know about it is when the police show up demanding their property.